at that point, I didn't know you. I just arrived, and then I saw this group of people, and I saw this guy, and I thought, who is that guy? You know, he makes everyone laugh, he makes everyone comfortable. This is a group full of laughter and sometimes silent and deep speaking, and it was completely clear without understanding what you were saying that there was a beautiful flow in that group. And later on, when we talked, I understood that you were originally born in Stratford-upon-Avon, and I also understood in our conversation that you attended a grammar school, but not any grammar school. It was the grammar school which also Shakespeare attended a few hundred years ago before you. And I must admit, I checked out this school and I saw these beautiful rooms. I saw the chairs and table, which are probably not the originals, but I saw the door frames. And I think those are the ones you passed, and a few hundred years before Shakespeare too. And then I thought, well, wow, that's some answers on my questions. Some of the questions I answered by that. And meanwhile, I know that you are a very, that you are a real VIP, that you are a living legend, not only amongst the theory community, and not only amongst the change makers, but when we set up this fire chat place, and our IT consultant said, what? No way, Charlie Felgate, how cool is that? And then we asked, well, do you know Charlie? And he said, no, not in person, but I know what he preaches. And I know what he does. What a great entrepreneur. And I think this doing, that is something which you like very much. You like to put visions and dreams into doing, into concrete reality. So what I would like to invite you to tell us a little bit more about you as a person. Where do you come from, and what is your background, and what actually made you become or want to become the vision leader of Decathlon?
Wow, what an introduction. Ridiculously over elaborate. Thank you so much. I'm a little bit embarrassed. Massive thanks to you both, Annette and Brigitte, for this opportunity. We're a team, we're all here together. And hello, good evening, and thank you for everyone else. I'm looking forward to the bit after when we can all together. So yeah, my name is Charlie, Charlie Felgate. I'm English, indeed, from Stratford-upon-Avon. And yeah, that school is something else. Huh? It wasn't that much fun, but I certainly have good memories of it. And I grew up there. I grew up in England to entrepreneurial parents, business family, business orientation, and it was all about working in business. And so, of course, after my high school, I went to study at business school in Oxford, just down the road. And so I was always meant to work in business, I suppose. And I loved sports, and I loved French as well. So I was spending all my summer holidays there. So I guess if you like sport and you like business and you like French, well, it was pretty easy for me. I started my career at Decathlon, the sports company. I think most of you probably know that, depending on where you're from. So that was in 1998. I began working for them, and I started on the shop floor and worked up. I moved here to where I am now. So right now I'm in Lille. Lille is in northern France, not very far from the Belgian border, an hour and a half from London, and on the train, an hour from Paris. And this is where the company headquarters is, here in Lille. And of course, this is where I met my wife, which is why I'm still in Lille, because she wasn't going to go and live in England, which is understandable. If you're good to half decent if you're used to some good weather. So I started working at Decathlon. It was pretty good. I worked in the store and then I worked in communication for 5 years. I actually left the company. I left Decathlon in 2005 because I had this massive urge to be my own boss, to be an entrepreneur, to make my parents proud somewhere around, So I started my first business 2006 it was, and throughout the years I actually did 3 different small businesses. Okay, and then something happened. During this time, there was something bothering me, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And as long as there was happiness, smiles, I'm lucky enough to have 3 children now, and everything was fine, I didn't really investigate that much. But something happened exactly 8 years ago. In March 2012, we're having dinner, and I just had 2 kids there then at that time. And we were having that conversation that you have at the dinner table with your children about what shall I be when I grow up? And they're going off everywhere. So I want to be a footballer and a doctor. I want to be a rocket scientist and I want to go to space. And they're all, and I'm like half listening, preoccupied by my day of work. And my daughter said, she's 4, right? She's 4. And she says to me, I want to be a teacher, Daddy.